ability to speak. He suffers from aphasia. So this speech impairment that stops you from speaking properly. At the beginning, he started losing the ability, or he started forgetting, some words or using wrong words for common things. For example, when he had to refer to the bank, instead of saying bank, maybe he said hotel or something, different. And then with time, he lost completely the faculty to speak. So this is one of the main problems, because you never know what happens. I mean, you have to guess what is happening to him, and this is very hard, really.
And what has been the evolution of the disease since the diagnosis?
Well, at the beginning, as I said, until he started receiving his proper medication, it was very chaotic, because the doctor used to give him medication, used to give him certain tablets, and he wouldn't take them. From the time we hired this caregiver to look after him, things started to get, a little better from the point of view of this, peaceful atmosphere at home. But he started to decline more quickly. At the beginning, it affected his movements. He had, like a strange way of walking that is also commonly affecting people with Parkinson's disease. So he had these mobility problems, and then little by little, as I said, he started obviously forgetting things, which was not the main problem at the beginning. At least for us, we couldn't detect that he was forgetting things. That's why at the beginning we didn't know he had Alzheimer's. We thought it was a depression. But then he started obviously forgetting things, or putting things in the wrong place, or not being able to dress himself. And then little by little, as I said, he started losing the ability to speak, and also losing the ability, of going to the toilet. He had to start wearing nappies, which is also, an important point in this development, because this means that you need more help from, the caregivers, because you have to change nappies. And then with time, he also started having problems when he eats, problems in swallowing. Okay, he has problems, especially at the beginning, with liquids. When drinking water, he started coughing because he couldn't swallow properly. And then he started having problems with food. So in the end, you have to give them purees, as you do with little children, with babies. You have to give everything in that, all food as a puree, in order to avoid, this problem of swallowing that he has. And nowadays, he's also quite unable to walk. He's lost his balance. Okay, he cannot. For example, obviously he cannot walk anymore. But if you put him on a chair, he cannot keep his balance while he's like moving, or leaning to one side. He's not able to stand upright or to sit upright. So this is quite a big problem as well.
He always has to be in bed.
No, he spends quite many hours in bed now. But the rest of the time he's sitting on a sofa. But he never walks now.
Okay. Do you find it exhausting to look after him? And what other feelings did you feel about it?
Could you speak closer to the phone?
Yes. Do you find it exhausting to look after him? And what other feelings did you experience looking after him?
Well, I have to say that I'm not the caregiver. I mean, I'm not spending hours with him. We've got people looking after him, but it is psychologically exhausting for all of us. That's true, because you cannot help, feeling sad and worried all the time. No matter whether you are looking after him or you are with him at home, no matter whether you are there or you are at your own house, or maybe you go on holiday also to keep thinking about the problem all the time, and you are always alert just in case something happens. Because his health, he was in quite a good health for some time. I mean, from a physical point of view, his health has been quite okay in the last